Oh boy, that's loud. I guess that also reset my volume because I did actually throw this on earlier and did a very slight volume test. This is probably fine. Specs is great. Another crypto bro. Yes, but a good one in this case. So I did have a little quick peek at the settings. Everything seems good. I did set the FOV up to 90. It was like at 60 before. I don't know how much that's gonna affect things, but here we go. We're gonna hop into Iron Lung and we'll see what Iron Lung's all about. I might turn it down a little smidge more, actually. Decades ago, every known star and habitable planet vanished, leaving only those who were on space stations or starships. This event became known as the Quiet Rapture. With supplies dwindling and infrastructure crumbling, survivors are searching for any trace of natural resources in the universe of barren moons. Lit by the ghost light of vanished stars. That's actually kind of crazy. One such moon holds a strange anomaly, an ocean of blood. You are a convict, tasked with exploring this anomaly, in a makeshift submarine nicknamed the Iron Lung. It was not designed for this depth, so you will be welded inside and the forward window will be closed. There was no time for training. If successful, you earn your freedom. Hey Toast, welcome back to the stream. How you doing today, friendo? A submarine, yeah, but who said anything about water? I do find this to be pretty interesting. I will press one key.
Beginning at descent. Cruising depth in roughly 40 seconds. Stand by.
Volume's probably fine, actually.
I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that.
Am I able to move?
Approaching maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong.
Is there like subtitles? I'm being welded in now. Okay. I guess. Well, no, I'm not, but like that window's being closed on me.
Signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so refreshing and be careful. You're on your own. Good.
See, I didn't see anything about subtitles. So you test us, howdy. I'm okay. How are you? I'm doing good, thank you. I'm glad to hear you're doing pretty all right as well. Okay, so this is interesting. So briefing. 2 weeks ago, we concluded an exploration of Moon AT5 for the first time since the Quiet Rapture, leading to the discovery of the Fourth Blood Ocean. A trench beneath the ocean surface has several points of interest. Your task is to photograph these points of interest with the SM-13's forward camera. Photos must be taken within 2 units of the specified position and 10 degrees of the specified angle. You can also use the camera to help with navigation. Only photos taken at the specified points of interest will be saved. Since you can't navigate by sight, pay attention to your coordinates and consult the map. The proximity indicators next to the sub's controls will trigger if you're getting too close to an obstacle. Good luck. Okay. So I need to go... Oh, yeah, this seems pretty easy. Okay, so I need to figure out where I am then. Yeah, alright. So what's this? Is that my camera? Oh, it is. Okay. So that just looks like cracks. Okay, so I'm currently at 182.30 and 116 with 0. Okay, I'll admit it's gonna take a little. It's probably gonna take a little bit of practice to like get used to. So that just turns me. Okay. Okay, so I'm at 182 and 116 right now. So that would put me. Okay, so it's X is at the top. All right. So 182, 116. So I'd probably be like around here-ish. Presumably. Well, 182, 116. Yeah, so like around 82, wait, 182. So I'd be like right here, maybe. Or maybe, yeah, no, it'd be like... Okay, wait. Okay, so it's 116Y. Let's say it's gonna take me just like a moment. 182. So yeah, like right around here. Yeah, okay. So if that's the case... So 126, 130. So we're going just straight up this area. So when we get to 150, we'll do a quick check and just see. So 150, so we'd be like right about here then. So go up to maybe about like 160, 170, and then we'll make a turn. Got about 165, 166, whatever. Then we'll go here and then we'll see. Yes, I'm very close to something. What happens if I take another picture? Is this gonna look like the same thing? No, it actually looks different. All right. Okay, tell you what, we'll go up to about 200. 200 should be even easier. There was nothing ahead of us. Okay, so 200, so we'd be 200 and almost 200, so we're gonna be roughly around here. Yeah, so this is probably what we were seeing. So now if we turn this way about roughly, then we should be solid. I'm sorry, I might not be able to look at the chat quite as much. Let's see. Toast says, I retweeted your TF2 post. Yeah, thank you very much for that. I did notice that. My friend is big into that game and also laments Valve's treatment of it. Yeah, I haven't played TF2 in like such a long time. But I acknowledge that it did have... You could definitely tell that it was kind of losing a bit of its magic and charm over the years, which is really sad because I really, really like TF2. It'll always be one of my favorite games, without a doubt. It'll always be one of my favorite games. Have you seen that Crowcat video on the subject? I have not. This game isn't just playing tricks with the coordinates either. The outside is a fully modeled environment. See, I think that's cool. That's a lot of detail. Which means you're probably gonna see something spooky in that. So 250 and 210. So it's 250x. We're getting close. We need to be at 200. No, 300. I mean, 322 and 186y. That shouldn't be too bad. I don't know if I get to mess with altitude. Or angle. I mean, I don't know if I can mess with angle. Oh, no, the angle is probably just left and right, maybe. 132x, 186y. So we'll turn this way a little bit. Okay, we'll go down just a little bit more. 322186. Yep. I didn't get to play it in its prime. It's not really my cup of tea, but I think I would have liked it more before they added all the different guns and items and change how classes play. I mean, some people do think vanilla TF2 is better. I am kind of one of those people that likes at least a good few of the items. I think some of the items are a little bit much, but I think overall, the addition of items wasn't bad. But it's how much they kind of just added over time and how complicated it made the game. Plus all the bots and stuff, right? Okay, so I don't see anything there. Oh wait, is the angle that? Oh, that's the angle, so it needs to be 033. So the angle needs to be like, there you go. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. So I don't really like see anything here specifically. Unless because the 33 is this, okay. Because 033. I thought that had to be 33. Might be. Okay, it's looking like some form of, I don't know what that could be, like some kind of bone maybe? I'm just kind of curious. Like, I just want to, like, see, you know, so that's just kind of staying the same. So that must be what I need to see then. Okay, so if that's the case, I think we're gonna need to go up here a little bit more. See, Basssucker says, I don't see anything wrong with weapon variety. Yeah, like I said, weapon variety in TF2 wasn't really too much of an issue. Some people prefer vanilla weapons, but the added weapons make things fun, or at least made things fun. I think a lot of the complaint now is just kind of how Valve has abandoned TF2 in the sense that you have a lot of bots now, and that's not good, right? The bots kind of suck, and they kind of suck the fun out of it a little bit. I mean, every time I've played TF2, I've still had fun, but I haven't played TF2 like all this year, so I don't know if it's running like extremely rampant. But yeah, Valve, TF2 is really good. I do want to do like a TF, like just a very basic TF2 stream at some point, just playing for fun, right? Because I want to show people what I enjoy about TF2, or what I did enjoy. I want to talk about it, talk about some of my favorite maps, you know, that sort of thing. 378, 263. So it's 378X? Yeah. And 263, yeah. Just the angle just a little bit. Is it weird to criticize economy crashes? Like what, with TF2? I don't imagine so. We should schedule something. My friend would love to meet another enthusiastic TF2 player. Yeah, it'd be fun. I know I talked to him in your chat, I think. I meant to ask for his Steam account info, but I never actually got around to it. Sure you never changed your TF2 theme PFP? No, I haven't. The part of that is laziness. Part of that is also a friend made it for me, and I don't know, I just feel bad like switching off of a friend. That's something a friend made for me, but he probably doesn't even remember that he made it for me, which is the funny thing. but you know. So part of it is laziness, part of it is I don't know what else I would switch it to, and part of it is just, well, a friend made it for me. So therefore I cherish it a little bit more than I probably should. Oops. 263. So I'm at 3. Okay, so I'm way up here. So I need to just go straight down then. I'm gonna try to go as straight down as I can. Still have a bit of an angle, but there you go. That's not too bad. So 263. Right? 263? Yeah, 263. It's a little bit more. No, it's a little bit more this way. Smidge more. Oops. And what's the angle that I'm looking for? 50. There's definitely something in this blood ocean. I'm not too sure to make of that either. Like, I got it. Yeah. So I need to go up here. So if I'm here and I just angle it a little bit this way, then I should be heading roughly the correct way, I think. Just make sure. So that needs to be... Yeah. This is a very simple submarine. Very, very simple. Okay, so that's probably that right there. So I'll angle it just a little bit more and hope to slip by. What the fuck? Did I do a mistake? I did. Okay. I thought I angled it well enough, but apparently not. Man, that thing really slams at you. Okay, so where did it save me at? It didn't save me after this one. So 378. I don't know if it saved me after that one. It probably did. I'm not too sure how this game saves progress. We're not too far off either way. I also get my X and my Y's. And then 50. I respect the dedication. No, yeah, I mean, I did ask for a new one because, let's say it's nice, but I mean, I'll still keep the profile image. I just won't like use it, right? But I'll still keep it regardless because, you know, sentimentalities. But I've always been really stubborn with that. Like, even when I played like TF2 on teams, I always wore my tag. I always wore my team tag. It's like, as As long as the team was together, my Steam profile had my tag, right? That's just how I roll. Okay, there we go. Okay, so 310 and 314. So yeah, I should be right around there. So we'll angle ourselves a little bit more this way. CX I want to get rid of, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Oxygen notification.
So is this game timed? Do I have a time limit? Because if so, then kind of oops. 250. Was that 259? Okay. Don't know what that sound is. I don't really like it too much. Saving progress. 406. Very close, actually. We'll go up just a smidge more. Okay, 406 and the angle 296. Cool. But yeah, Toast, please let your friend. Oh, like worms or something? That's weird. But yeah, Toast, please let. I don't remember his name anymore, and I feel kind of bad about that. But yeah, if you could ask your friend if I could add him on Steam, that'd be sick. Be absolutely great. So best way to get out is probably to go back, but I also want to go this way and to see if anything happens. So I'm gonna angle myself a little bit this way. That wall came out of nowhere. Yeah, pretty much, right? So I'm kind of playing this by feel as well. Guess we can assume that's the wall I'm at now. 430, 284. So 430, so like around here probably 284, so like right about there. Because I'm not quite at the spot where I can angle downward yet. But I'm gonna angle downward just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna back up a little bit just because I don't want to risk hitting them again. Like that's fine because I'm not gonna be ramming into that one. Okay, so 441 344 6 344. Okay, so I think I can angle myself like this. Yeah, now see, this is the problem, is it's gonna be very weird to navigate through this, right? I'm gonna take another picture. I wanna see what's out there now. Just like a crack, alright. So I wanna get to about 300 and 350. Wait, which 300 do I want? I want 300 300Y, about 350X. But my X is still going up. 300Y. Well, once we get to like 300Y, then we'll know roughly we're in a good spot, and then I can work towards 350X. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, back that one up. Oh shit. Okay, so 320. Okay, so 321Y. I don't know where. I don't know what I'd be running into. But 321Y, and I'm at 192X or 392X. So I'm like what in about here maybe. Yeah. So that's what I'm probably hitting is like that. So if I just go straight this way, then in theory, I should be good to just exit. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that sent a bit of a chill up my spine. Okay, so once we hit about 400X, then we're in roughly the safe zone, so we should be good. Oh wow, this is like open water too. All right, so we'll go forward a little bit, then we'll navigate. What's that dot? What dot? There's just like, I know there's dust particles like floating around. At least I assume that's dust. Oh, a proximity sensor, yeah. So that's just like telling me where the walls are. Okay, so we're out in the open. So let's just take a quick picture and see how out in the open we are. That does look very out in the open. So 560X. 560X and what? 277Y? Okay. You know they're gonna play with the proximity sensor if there's something swimming around in here. And judging by my experience in Subnautica and the sounds I'm hearing, there definitely is something in the water with us. Well, in the blood, I guess, the blood water. 560. So I can start going down. I need 277? Yeah. The fuck? Holy shit. Okay, there. See, that's what I'm talking about, right? There's something there. Because if you look at the map, we're out in the wide ocean. Nothing should be around me. $277, $560. Oh, we're basically there. Okay, 43. I know I'm kind of spinning in the wrong direction to make this quick, but you know. Okay, 43. Ooh, see, that's definitely... See, that looks like the head of something. Looks like kind of like the head of a giant fish. Take another picture and see if it's moved. It did. It did move. So, oh shit. So there was something there. I told you it looked like the head of a giant fish. But I told you, like, that looked oddly alive. All right, that's clever though. That's clever. 613, 197. That's 613X. We're not alone down here though, that's for sure. There's no proximity warning. Wait, 613? Yeah. So I'm a little too far. Then 197. So we can just go straight down for the most part. And what angle? 55. I don't like this. Let's see, what is it? Hey there, Goofin' Tom. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, friendo? So far the game's pretty good, I will say. Very different, but I like that. I like different. Seems clever, too. Ah, yeah, okay, so we got some bones. Got some bones here. See if we could maybe a bit of a better angle on them bones. Nah, it's probably the only angle we can get on these bones, actually. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe if we do a little bit of magic like that, maybe we can get another shot on at least that skull. Yeah, look at that. That's an interesting looking skeleton for presumably an underwater creature. That's looking very, very interesting. Okay, so this is probably the one we should get next. Let's see. The grainy photo quality makes it so much worse. It does, right? So 186, 256. So if we go at least this way, then we should be making progress towards it. Pictures are what really makes the experience. It is, right? Like, it really is. Like, it adds so much to it. And because it's grainy, right? Like Spike said, it's grainy. So it adds a whole lot to it. So roughly about when should I be... So once I hit the 700s, I'll probably go up a little bit. Yeah, because we can start making some progress this way. So it'll be about 250. The sound is really good too. Look, the sound is really top quality in this as well. Okay, so 250Y. So at 250Y... Wait, 250Y... Yeah. Yeah, that puts me roughly where I need to be. So then we can just go straight-ish this way. We'll still be careful of, like, any potential walls. Because we've seen how quickly walls can end me. Shit, that's moving. Is that moving? No. It might be. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Let's back up a little bit here. So 264 and 263. Did I say 2? 764 and 263. Sorry, I saw the 2. So 764. That puts me like roughly around here. So we're in there. We have to be. We have to be like roughly in there. And then 263. Yeah, I'm like touching up there. But then this is actually really hard to navigate. Yep. I need to go up a little bit. Okay, we're in the clear, I think. Close enough to being in the clear. Also, I see Gojira. I as a fan of Godzilla, I approve. Okay. So, if this thing can go by, we should be around here then. So, 792X. Yeah, so we're like around here. And 278Y. So we're like in here. So now, in theory, we should be able to go this way and we should be fine. So we go this way a little bit and then we're good. Besides that down there. Move up just a smidge. So this has to be 864. We'll get close to 864 and then we'll start going down. I hear it sounds like something swimming. 258. Actually, we need to go down quite a bit. Okay, so now we can make our way straight down roughly. What is it? 258? Okay. Okay, what angle are we looking at? 209. A little bit too much. All right, let's get spooked by something probably. That's interesting. It does look like some kind of structure. Well, we got it, whatever it is. Just waiting to see if, like, we see the fish show up again. Okay, no. All right, so now now leaving this is gonna be really hard. Well, entering it was also hard, but leaving it is probably gonna be extra hard. Going up here should be relatively easy, unless we get attacked by something, which is a possibility, considering what we're hearing, right? This is very, very spook. I just want to take another picture for fun. It's interesting. So I'm half expecting something to show up randomly in some of these pictures. Okay, so 794. 794X. That puts me roughly here. 291 puts me roughly here. So we're gonna need to angle it down quite a lot. You're getting a little too close to that for comfort. Okay, we'll back up just a little bit so it's not as dangerous. Sorry for going quiet, by the way, and also for not reading chat quite as frequently. This is a little bit nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie, and I need to keep numbers in my head, so reading's a little bit more difficult. Good to hear really are still going. Oh, and I posted a list, also added some new ones. Thank you very much. I'll be sure to take a look the moment that I can. Shit. Don't know what that was. I think we're out. It's X5, 6. Wait, how? Wait. Wait, no, I didn't go that far, did I? 5, 6, 9. I could have swore I was like. Was I misremembering the map? Did I get like suddenly pushed? Yeah, expected something bumped you out. Yeah. So that's what I kind of suspected. But that bumped me a long ways. That's clever, though. I like that. Okay, well, thank you very much, big-ass fish, for doing that and not killing me. That did kind of disorient me for where I am now, though. So 5, 6, 9. I can go up. 3, 5. 3, 5. 3, 5, 5? Put me all the way up here. Roughly. That's interesting. That's really nice of it. Yeah, like honestly, after playing Subnautica and Below Zero, I'm a master of this craft though. I know what I'm doing, right? No fish can truly scare me anymore. Although every time now I see that, now I'm gonna be thinking, is there something out there? Okay, so if this is something to go by 350, so 573. Wait, X? Yeah. And 395. Saving progress. Thanks, game. Every time it does that, I'm expecting the worst, by the way. You aren't gonna see it because it's behind me. It's behind my body. But it's, yeah, I'm always a little bit anxious every time I see that. 623 and 520. Yeah, so 6, yeah, okay, I didn't see you to remember that. 623 is always at the top and 520 is at the bottom, okay. Okay, we can go a little bit further this way. Picture? Nope. Hoping to catch you on camera one day, Sea Beast. 623 520. All right. I guess I did actually. I guess I did catch you on camera once. I don't know why it's only sometimes on my radar. And 520. I know some of them aren't the best. I mean, if any of them aren't the best to stream, then I will move them to a recording at the very least, right? Which I know isn't everybody's cup of tea, but like you said, some games are just a little bit better for that. 63. Bones. All right, we got some bones here. Okie dokie. All right. Isn't there the submarine game where the controllers are like those controllers some people get for EVE Online that are just ridiculous? Why would you want to? You're going to die then. True. I guess that's true. I would die if I catch it on camera. I did catch it once. It looked very unlike what I thought it would. At least judging by the face. The face was strange. There's some good suggestions in Discord. I think Fragg's already done like maybe one or two of them. I will have a look after this because that was different. Because just judging based on like the time, I'll probably finish this game and then we'll probably just talk for a little bit. But it seems like I'm probably gonna end the streams a little bit early today. A bit earlier than expected, if I'm being honest. Take a picture of this. How could I forget the boring hell that was Mighty Number 9? I do want to finish Mighty Number 9 one day, by the way. I was actually talking with Megan about that. Because Megan and I were talking about, like, a game to stream sometime. And she was like, oh, yeah, how about... Oh, I mentioned... No, I was talking about games that I haven't finished on stream yet. But I started. And I was like, oh, Mighty Number 9. She's like, how about you played Mighty Number 9? I was like, I did, but I never finished it. Because I got stuck on a really, really shitballs level. And I didn't want to play it anymore. And that was during the 24-hour stream. But I always did intend to go back to it. Start around 350 and 500 is where we want to be. 350X and 500Y. Did I miss you playing that? No, I think you were there. I never finished. I never finished it, which is probably why you wouldn't remember it. But I did play, I played up to like the sniper guy. Fuck! Shit, that came fast. Oh, that came really fast. Jeebus. Did you do the Henry Stickmin collection or was that just a poll choice? That was a poll choice. The Henry Stickmin collection will happen at some point. It just, you know, wasn't mandatory to do it right at that point, right? But the Henry Stickmin collection will happen. I do want that one to happen. And that one will happen at some point. $350X. Yeah, so I can start going up. Because yeah, one thing I do want to emphasize is that the poll games. Oh shit. Wait. Okay, so this is still good. 350, 348. So I'm like around here. Hold on. Can I take a picture? To see what's out there? So that must be the wall. This one might be pretty hard to navigate. Because if you look at this, right? Like, it looks very... Like, it looks very... Like, how do I get there? You know? Like, it looks like there's stuff there. But I assume that's just static. Like, that's just fuzz. Okay, no, I was playing with fire a little bit too much. 45x. Yeah, I'm a little too far that way. Is I think what happened. Because I think I need to be roughly 250 exactly. Or 350. I don't know why I keep adding twos. Like if I'm roughly 350 exactly and then I go up. Because according to this, I should be... Yeah, just like hovering around here. No, but there's clearly something in front of me. I mean, I'm still going up here, so that's a plus. Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying, like, yeah, if it's on the pole, even if it doesn't win, it still is probably gonna happen at some point if I have an interest in it, which every pole game I do. So we're at 560Y, so we're making our way up. 384X. No, we're getting a little too close. This is really interesting. Yeah, to just kind of like be flying blind like this. Because like I assume... Oh. It's like I assume what I'm doing is good. Come on now. Okay, we're good. So 620? So we're in the clear roughly. So it's a matter of which order do I want to do everything in. It'd probably be easier just to get this one out of the way, go here, and then go here. But I could also just as easily go here and then do a bit of a roundabout. But it probably makes more sense to take care of this over here. I feel like all my favorite options in polls always lose to random games I've never heard of. Well, yeah, right. I'll be honest with you. I'll be very honest with you. Every poll I've done so far, I usually say to myself or to Megan, because Megan helps me pick the poll games. Right, like Megan and I will look through the humble choice, and then we'll both decide which games we should put on the poll. I always want to keep it to like 4, right? 4 maximum. So every time we do that, I'll look at a game and I'll say, okay, well this one's probably gonna win, and that's never the one that wins. Funnily enough, I'm always glad it's not, because then it's not predictable, which I think is good, right? So Yeah, so like they're gonna happen. They're just gonna happen a little bit later. The pull game is more of a play this right now kind of thing. Whereas now I can just do Henry Stickmin like whenever I want, right? Same with Stubbs the Zombie. I want to play Stubbs the Zombie at some point. Well, shit. Man, this is a piece of shit submarine. Rightfully so, because apparently I'm a convict. But still. Well, that's not fair. I shouldn't be saying that. But, you know, still, for this kind of universe, it makes sense that they'd give the convict a piece of trash. So when I hit roughly 650Y and 250X. And 650Y. And 250X. Oh boy, real close to something. I don't like that sound, by the way. So 261X, so that puts me what, here? And 650. 650 even. Need to go down a little bit? Nope. Nope. We go up a little bit then, I guess. Specs says that's a whole new sentence. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like what I'm hearing. It sounds oddly alive and oddly metallic. But mostly alive. So 650. So yeah, we're just like cruising through here. And 214. Yeah, so we're about right roughly there. So we're doing good. You can probably start heading down now. Might need to go a bit more of an angle still. So what's my end point? 180X and 576? Just joking about imagining Bloodborne being one of those random games. Oh, fair. This is gonna be a really tight squeeze. Just out of curiosity, if I take a picture, am I like gonna see anything? There's definitely something happening outside. $180. This is shaking. This is shaking a lot. So what is 180, 576? So we're really close. Oh, wait. Okay, what's the angle before I see this horrific thing? 184? Too much? All right. So what is that? It's like some kind of like weird power thing. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe it's some kind of power thing. Interesting. Hey there, Ronnie Farrow. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing today, friendo? I'm doing good, thank you. Currently trying to survive in a submarine. Hoping I will not perish. But the chances of perishing pretty high, as I've perished twice. So yeah. So pretty good. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing excellently. I'm sorry if I'm unable to look at the chat too much. Did I get knocked again? 277. 163, or no, 635? I think it did knock me. 277. How the hell did it do that? It put me like right out here. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. But, you know, still. Hey, Kitty, welcome back to the stream. How you doing today? Playing a spooky game now. Let's see, Ronnie Farrow says, doing great, thanks. Sounds intense. Yeah, it is, right? It is very intense. Because you can't see anything, right? Kitty says Jared has this game on his wish list, but he doesn't want spoilers. Tell Jared that he's probably going to enjoy this game. Right? Tell him much fun is going to be had. I'm enjoying this. It's a very short experience from what I can tell. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. So I want to get to about 300? 300x, so we've done that. And then we want to go to about, so 325, we're close enough to that. 225 and 741. Jared smiled, perfect. Perfect, perfect. So what is that, 275? 225. Well, we're there. Gotta make this as close to 0 as we can. That's pretty close to 0. I think we succeeded. And now it should be smooth sailing from here. So 741 is what we want. The glowy, the weird anomaly, glowy anomaly, very common in the average blood ocean. True, right? Also, Kitty says, I'm well, that's good. I'm glad you're doing well. Very, very glad to hear that. We'll see if I'm doing well after this game. So far, it's been very atmospheric, and that's really, really nice. But it's kind of good. Like, I haven't been, like, jump scared, which is really nice. 741. Okay, so we're a little too far. Okay, 741. But I'll probably get jump scared eventually, don't worry. 18. Oops. A little bit too far. There we go. Ah, the bones of a reaper. I know them well. Man, you know, honestly, one thing I'm kind of sad I'll never get to experience, because I don't want to do it. I'm not gonna say I want to do it, but like seeing other people do it is like exploring oceans on other planets. That's gonna be scary. It's gonna be a scary experience for whoever does it. A necessary experience, but a terrifying one. Yeah, we'll see if we can maybe get a clearer look of what we see out there. Okay, no, it's opposite way. Maybe a little too far still. Nope, maybe still just a little too far. I'm pretty sure I was able to move the camera before. Unless that's what moved. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it was at 18 before, so in theory, yeah, I need to move it this way. Yeah, so that's definitely a skull of some sort. Bass Actor says, wait, who's Jared? Jared is Kitty's boyfriend. Ooh, okay. Just gotta do a quick stretch. Ugh. Who's Joe? I don't know if you're are you actually asking a question to Spike? Because I do know an actual Joe. All right, let's see. So we want to go down a little bit now. So if we can get around like maybe 680-ish, then that should be good. But was that 680Y? Yeah. You do too. Joe Mama. Oh, no. I've been got. It's funny because my Joe actually used to go by Joe Mama online. So technically also correct, believe it or not. Okay, so about 680 is what we want to go for. So we'll go about here. And then we want to travel along until once we're around like 500, we're nowhere at least in the center. Rodney Farrow was joking. Man, you know, where's River? Man, if only River wasn't at the con. She'd be here for all... Whoa. You know what? I'm curious. Can I snap a pic or whatever that is? Fuck me, dude. All right. That was good. That was good. That was good. That one got me pretty good, actually. Okay, where did it move me? No, it didn't. Okay. Oh shit, dude. Okay. I'm not like on fire, am I? No. I'm taking more pictures. Okay, good. It's not there. I don't know what you're expecting. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be a wall. I didn't think they would actually do that. Please don't be another one. No, this one might be an actual wall. Okay. Shit. I don't know what that is. Okay, we're doing good. I don't now I'm actually proper on edge, I will admit. Now I'm a little bit scared. Well, more than a little bit, if I'm being honest. Okay, so I know we're roughly in the center of this thing. So we'll be out once we reach about, like, was that 550? Yeah, once we reach close to about 550, we know we're out.
Oxygen notification.
Okay, so we're out. So now we need to angle ourselves so we're going up a little bit. That's clever though. I like how they knew the player would probably take a picture. Oh no. What? I'm filling up with blood water. Can I stop it? I assume not. I don't think a fire extinguisher is gonna help with this. Okay, so I want to go up to a bit around 700. Well, we're at there, actually. Or if anything, we're too high. And then 599. So we're just skirting that line. What the hell is that then? Why would that be in front of me? Because I'm looking this way. Okay, well, let's take another picture. Because that's certainly worked out really well. Oh, no, it's filling up actually a bit too much. Okay, so I need to go 675x. Yeah, okay. So actually, we're relatively close. We're on the right path. Okay, now we're maybe a little too high. Ooh, okay. 675. So once we hit 675, then we can just go straight up and we should be good. Also, don't like that sound. Gonna be perfectly honest with you. Don't like that. We want to get 828. That shouldn't be a problem. Unless it's alive, it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, 28, and then what angle? 295. All right. Oh shit! Shit, man. Oh, I was wondering how it was gonna end. I was wondering how that was gonna end. That was good. That was really good. Are we gonna get bored by it? The answer is probably. I assume that's what happened to us, kind of. Not alive. Let's see. The expedition ultimately raised more questions than answers. Satellite images showed pieces of the SM-13 scattered all over the bottom of the trench, as though it had been torn apart by some huge beast. The wreckage cannot be reached at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine pale as bones. The moon is a lifeless corpse. Its ocean a gaping wound. The universe, what's left of it, is dying. But somewhere in the void, there must be hope. That's really good. That's really good. I like those kind of games. I really, really do. Ugh. I need to play more game jam stuff, honestly. I know we don't know if this is a game jam game or not, but like I should actually look at game jam stuff. Because you get a lot of top quality games out of those. You probably get a lot of stinkers, but like that one was really good. It kept me really invested. See, these are the kind of games I think are really interesting, right? They're very different. Because what do you think when you think of a video game? You don't think, well, I'm enclosed in a submarine and all I do is look at numbers. You know? Because that's really all this game is you're looking at numbers while sounds happen all around you and while you occasionally get a bit of a scare. You know? So it's a very different game in that sort of regard. And I like that. I like that a lot. I like different. And there is like this, like I've never been in a I've never been in a real submarine. I've been in a submarine at my local mall, which is gonna sound really weird if you don't know where I live. But we'll just say my mall was really huge. Well, is really huge. And when I was a kid, they used to have these little submarines you could go in this like water surrounding a pirate ship. Don't ask questions, all right? That's just how it was. And, you know, you could like go in there and, you know, it would like take you around. Like it wasn't a real submarine, it was on like a track. But, you know, it looked like a submarine. You were underwater, whatever, right? And I remember very vividly they had this like one instance where they had like this fake squid. It might still be in the water and it's just not visible, to be honest. But it's like this fake giant squid that is there. And I think it had this mechanism where the submarine would rumble when the submarine got close to the squid, which was really creepy, right? And you know, you can just imagine being in a submarine once again, like, and if we're talking an alien planet, like imagine how weird that would be, how scary that would probably be, right? That'd be terrifying because you don't know what's there. Like even on Earth, like honestly, if you were to say, hey Matthew, you want to go into a submarine like in Earth's ocean, you'll go the deepest anyone's ever been, and it's just like submersible that you're in, and we just like lower you down or something, or you just like go, right? It's like, would you do it? I honestly don't really think I would, because although it'd be cool, you don't, I mean, I'm not saying like you'd like die or anything, but you just don't know what's down there, right? Like it's creepy, you know? Interestingly horrifying universe setup. It is, yeah. Like if they did more in this series, that'd be really cool. Also, thank you, Kitty, for keeping the economy in check by wasting your channel points. Always appreciated. I always wanted to go to the West Edmonton Mall. It was like the largest mall in the world for a bit. Yeah, for a good long time. I think we only recently got beaten out by like, what, China or something? Really, really good mall. Honestly, if anyone ever comes to Edmonton, always visit the mall. Like, for sure, visit the mall. It's a big mall. There's a lot to do. You could walk around there for hours, and you might not even see the whole thing, to be honest. You can get lost in that mall so easily. It's such a beautiful place. And you can do a lot of things there. And if you play Pokemon Go, even better, because you know what? They have a ton of Pokemon Go places there. A ton of those stops you can go to and do stuff with. You can spin, right? Yeah, that was really good. Iron Lung was really good. You can tell it's really good because I'm saying it's really good multiple times. Yeah, that was really, really, really fun.